A week ago, I created this look for a Christmas event. And when I posted it on my Instagram, I promised that I would do a tutorial on how I achieved it. Well, this is it. As it just so happens, I saw Susan from Susan's Just Making It announce an open collaboration this week. #HolidaySparkle. And I knew that this look would be perfect because it already met the requirements of using the colors red, green, and then either silver or gold sparkle. And I created it using the palette that Susan gave me in our Christmas gift exchange collaboration, Under the Mistletoe by Lurella. This gorgeous palette is going to be what I use to create that look. So stick around and I'll show you how I got the look. I already have my base products on, and I actually filmed that for another video because I'm testing a product. That will go up after this one. So if you want to make sure to see what I have on my face, what I'm testing, and what I thought of it, then make sure you're subscribed, your notifications are turned on, and you set them to all and not personalized, so that YouTube will be sure to notify you when I upload that video. It'll be just a few days after this one goes up. I also already have my brows on. I used the Moira Precision Brow Pencil and the Brow Gel that I got on Black Friday and tried out for the first time in my full face of Moira Cosmetics. Really happy with these products and continuing to use them and love them. And my eyes are primed with the Ulta Beauty Matte Eyeshadow Primer in Nude. This is probably my #1 eyeshadow primer right now. Since I already have my base products on, there's really no reason to clear out my bangs, so we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna scooch over just a little bit because I'm gonna put a picture of the palette up here with the color that I'm using circled so that I don't have to be awkward about trying to hold up the palette without blinding you from the mirror and going into the shade. I'm not that coordinated. First, I'm gonna go into Nutmeg and set my eyeshadow primer from crease to brow bone. This helps with blending because it takes down the tackiness of that primer, but by only doing it on the top, you still have something for your shimmers to stick to when you get to it. And I always tap to make sure that my primer hasn't creased before I go in and set it because I don't want to set those creases in. This is just a really brightening shade, and like I said, gives the shadows something to help them blend. Then we'll go into Wreath on a fluffy and kind of angled brush, and I'm going to put that into the crease and slightly above. And the shape of this brush is actually kind of nice for hooded eyes because I can set the bottom of the angle in the crease, and then the top part kind of gets exactly where I need it to go in order to still be able to see it when I open my eyes. But if I want to get deeper in the crease, I can turn it this way and then it just goes in deep. So I like this brush. This, by the way, is from the iconic London set that I got in my Jen Phelps giveaway. So first I tap, 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 and then I go in with blending. I like to deposit the color first, make sure that it is distributed evenly, and then blend. So let's talk about Christmas. How's everybody doing? I have actually just finished my shopping and everything should arrive in time for Christmas. My husband and I are notorious for waiting till the last minute to shop, but somehow we always make it work out. I am going to go into Meet Me now. It's a little bit deeper green, and I'm going to put that one just in the crease to deepen it up a little bit. So I thought about what to talk about during this video while I was doing my eyes, and I had shared in an earlier video where I was doing a Halloween look, a Halloween memory. And it was so much fun to remember back to when I was a kid and share that memory. And I know my mom got a kick out of it too. And so I thought, well, I'll share one from Christmas. And when I was younger, my mom was divorced when I was about 5. And that was way back in the 70s when women really didn't, it was unusual still to be a divorcee. Anyway, my mom was a single mom raising 2 kids, and Christmas was hard. We had a small house. There really wasn't a place to hide stuff. And So she would block off our living room. When you came into our house, you came straight into the living room, and then there was a door that went into the kitchen, and from the other side of the kitchen, you went down a small hallway to the 3 bedrooms and the 1 bathroom. And off of the back of the kitchen, there were stairs going down that then went out to a landing and into the backyard. There was a back door. So one day we would come home and the front door was locked, and she would say that her key didn't work in the lock anymore. And we knew then that that meant that Santa's elves were working in our living room, and we couldn't go in there till Christmas. And when we came in the back door and came into the kitchen, a sheet was hung up over that door that went into the living room. And my mom said she did this because there was no place to hide presents, and this gave her a place where she could put everything, wrap presents, and we never saw our tree until Christmas morning. And now, because I want these shimmers to really pop and to stay on, I am going to use this Hard Candy Poppin Glitter Stay glitter glue. And I like to put this just a little bit on my palette and then use a clean flat shader brush to apply it to my lid. And this way I can really make sure that I only put it on the lid and not up in the crease, because I have found that if I put it in the crease, then because of my hooded eyes, it will transfer up and it will cause the shadow above the lid to crease. So I put it on and then just kind of tap it out so that there's not too much, and wipe off my finger. And I'm going to go into Grinch. It's this beautiful green shimmer, and I'm going to put that on the outer half. Oh, do you see that? So pretty. And I did kind of feel a little fallout when I put that on, but that's okay, we'll brush it away. So anyway, back to the closed off living room. While I talk about that, I'm going to go into Mistletoe, which is this beautiful lighter green, and put that on the inner third of my eye. And we were instructed that if we went in or peeked, that Santa would take everything away and we wouldn't get anything for Christmas. And I can honestly say, for myself, can't speak for my brother, but I'm pretty sure he did too, we never peeked. Never. The threat of having everything taken away was strong enough to keep us honest. So one time we were in the kitchen, and my mom had gone either downstairs to do some laundry or back in the bedroom or something. My brother in the kitchen, and the sheet fell down. Talk about panic. We both clapped our fingers over our eyes and started yelling, "Mom! Mom!" So we started yelling for her. And as we were yelling, "Mom," we were also yelling, "We didn't touch it! We didn't see anything! We promise we didn't touch it!" Because we were so afraid that she would think that we were trying to peek around it and made it fall. But we were not. It just fell. And she believed us. And while we were hiding our eyes, she put the sheet back up and we didn't see anything. And then on Christmas morning, when we would wake up, the sheet would be gone. The tree would be there in all its glory and splendor. And the train is set up under the tree. And so my brother plugs it in and we plug in the tree. And it was just this beautiful tradition that was also so very practical for her as a single mom. So in order to keep this look from just being kind of Grinchy green, which I actually kind of like that it's Grinchy green, I also then went into the brown, the gingerbread color, with a fluffy brush and just tapped a tiny little bit of that in the outer corner, just to kind of ground the look and give it a little depth. And brought it just kind of a little bit over the crease, but not all the way, because I really want that green to shine. And then also brought that underneath. So you can see it just gives a little bit of an anchor for all that green. So how about you? What is a tradition that you have, or a memory from childhood, that just makes you smile when you think about it? And I know my mom, if she's watching this, she's just going to chuckle and laugh, because I'm sure coming into the kitchen, seeing both of us standing there with our hands over our eyes, promising that we didn't touch it, that it just fell on its own, was hysterical for her. And then I am also now going to go into Holly, which is a pretty bright, and I'm going to use that to kind of blend the upper edge into the ivory color, just really lightly. Oh, I just think these colors are so pretty. And to satisfy the using some gold, that's part of the challenge or the collaboration, we're going to just put a tiny little bit of gold right in the center. And it doesn't really look very gold over the green, but it does just make it sparkle. I have a little domed pencil brush. I'm going to go into Wreath with a little bit of that green just to continue that under the eye. I love how it's bright and sparkly, but also just a little bit grungy. And then the last thing that I'm going to do on the eyes is take a little bit of Sugar Cookie and pop it right in the inner corner. This is a perfect inner corner highlight. I do have quite a bit of glitter fallout under my cheek, but it's a Christmas look, and so I'm just going to leave it. For my tight line, I'm going to use this Dose of Color pencil that I got in an Ipsy, and it is in the color Maybe Baby. It's a beautiful olive green, and it does a great job anchoring all of this bright green and defining the eye. Also applies super smooth and doesn't transfer to the lower waterline. And then on my lower waterline, again, to go with the gold theme, is this Maybelline Lightliner in Starlight Gold. My eyes are a little red today. I used a palette that I have used many times in the past, and it kind of confirmed my fears that I think I have developed a sensitivity to carmine. It was a pink and berry palette, and I used one of the deeper wine colors in it, and once again had that red, just blurry, itchy. Oh, it was not a fun day. So I am going to go through all of my palettes, put them in a spreadsheet, listing which ones are vegan, cruelty-free, contain carmine, don't contain carmine, and make some hard decisions about what I keep. I haven't been using liquid liner lately because I kind of like the look of just having the tight line, and then it gives me a little more lid space. But I am going to use the Colourpop liquid liner in the Hills, and I got this in my spooky mystery box, which really wasn't very spooky. It kind of just had some things that I think Colourpop wanted to get rid of, but I really like this liner, and I haven't really had a chance to use it, so today we're using it. And I'm going to use my 10x mirror so that I can see what I'm doing, and just line right above the lash line. I don't know, it's kind of subtle, but you can see it and I like it. You don't need to watch me do the other side. All right, I am going to go curl my lashes and put on some mascara, and I'll be right back. As you can see, I now have on my mascara, and that is part of the products that I'm testing in the video I spoke about earlier. If you want to see that, remember, you need to subscribe and turn on your notifications because it's coming up in a couple days. But let's do a lip. One of the requirements of the collaboration was to use green, check, gold or silver sparkle, check, and red. I don't have any red yet, but I will. The lip products I'm going to use I received in my spooky mystery box. They weren't really appropriate for Halloween, but they're perfect for Christmas. The Lippie pencil is in Beveryly Bungalo, and then the cream lipstick is in Sex Appeal. I'm actually going to use my 10X so that I don't make a mess with this red pencil. Okay, I think I did okay. Red is scary to work with. I once saw that if you start in the corner and push up into the Cupid's bow, that you'll get a better application than if you start at the center and go down. And then because I'm always a little crooked, I'm going to fix just a little bit. I have one side of my Cupid's bow round and one pointy. I gotta fix that. Okay, I think I'm even. I did all of the tricks to try to keep a deep red lipstick in place. I blotted, I did the finger pull thing. So I think right now it's pretty good, but I'm going to take just a tiny little bit of that gold glitter from the palette and tap that right there. Oh, that's pretty. And then I have the Hard Candy Lip Plumping Gloss in Crush on You. And I'm going to add that as well because I love this lip gloss. And I just want more sparkle. I have gotten myself all the way ready. I curled my hair, added my little Christmas earrings, put on a sparkly sweater, and I am ready for anything Christmas has to offer. I have a family Christmas party on Saturday, and this just might be what I'm wearing. If this wasn't quite your cup of tea, I do have a Christmas look from last year that you might want to go check out. I hope that you all have a beautiful, blessed day, a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!